Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Celta Vigo against Real Madrid away. Back to the normal, back to the exciting stuff. Look, international football, some people will enjoy it if, you're passionate and your country, you know, are playing against a rival, or it's the atmosphere of the game. It means a lot to the country. Fair enough. But for example, the games going on in South America and Africa and even Asia, I think might have those games are certainly more interesting. But look, at the time of recording, we've had France, Belgium, Germany, Netherlands. It is common. We've seen it before, and it's not very purposeful. I don't think the Nations League in particular is very, important. Look, it's a trophy. There are certainly games there to be won, and you want to win those games. But for example, France and Mbappe, not even there. And look, half of it is because Mbappe didn't want to go, but the other half, France decided not to bring him there anyways. So look, I'm not saying that it's not an important tournament or those games are not important, but certainly it is not that purposeful. It is not really something that will get people jumping out and screaming, because I don't think it is that exciting. But back we go. La Liga, in what is a very, very, very crucial timing. These 3 games coming up are must-win games. After coming back off before the international break, obviously Villarreal win, but Lille lost and Atletico Madrid draw. And the performances before that, Alaves towards the end was pretty poor. And in general, it's been pretty poor. So we need to see the difference. We need to see the change. That ability to go, okay, we're going to start performing now. And yes, it's not one click away. It's not one button away from, perform. But some of these players have not gone with their national teams. Mbappe being the main one. Courtois didn't go. Lunin didn't go. There's a few others. The likes of, I don't think Ferland Mendy went. Militao didn't win. Vinicius Junior didn't go. So certainly, and the players who don't get caught up. So Lucas Vazquez, Fran Garcia, these sort of players who didn't go. They would have had, some of them would have had, a break. Some of them would have been training and, keeping themselves in it. But it is time now that we fully focus on what is, very, very important games coming up, which is Celta Vigo away, Dortmund at home, and Barcelona at home. Now, after that, you got Valencia away, Milan at home. Those games are important. It's not unimportant. But these 3 games are extremely important, because Celta Vigo away will be a tough test, but I think that it will be overcome. And then you got 2 big home games against Dortmund and Barcelona. For Barcelona, I think they've got Bayern Munich as well. So the reason why this is a very big set of games is because in the Champions League, you cannot afford to lose again, because that will be 2 losses in 3 in the Champions League this season. Against Barcelona, Barcelona are 3 points clear at the moment. Assuming that Real Madrid beat Celta and Barcelona beat Sevilla, they would still be 3 points clear. And basically, it's a 6-pointer. If you win, back on equal terms, same amount of points. If you lose, you're 6 points behind Barcelona when you're 11 games into the season. That is really, really going to be a test to catch up to Barcelona. If this early on you're already 6 points behind, and you anticipate yourself going to maybe Valencia, dropping points, dropping a couple of points here and there, yeah, you get it. 6 points cannot happen. Even a draw, 4 points would be poor. So it's a must-win game. The Champions League game as well, must win. And I'll certainly be saying, if Ancelotti does not win both games, I think he's under pressure. And I'm not saying that we should sack him. I'm not saying the club will sack him, because we've gone through periods of time, you know, under Lopetegui, under Solari, where it has really been dreadful in the last 4 years, right? And then when Zidane came back, it was dreadful. It really was. And although we won a league title then, but it was poor. It really was. It was the period from 2019 to 2021-ish. That period of time, it was really, really dreadful. So, and we have stuck with the managers. We have stuck with Zidane. We have said, we're going to keep you. And he ended up walking away. So I don't believe that sacking Ancelotti, firing him, will do anything. And I don't think that will happen. But I'm just saying, 6 points behind Barcelona and 1 win out of 3 in the Champions League to start off the season. It's dreadful. It is. It really is. And with the kind of players that you have in the team, in the squad, you should be winning almost every game, which was what we did last season. You know, we drew a couple, but we didn't lose. And that was obviously the main point, not to lose. But now, another talking point is currently 41 games in the Liga in a row unbeaten. If you beat Celta Vigo 42, you beat Barcelona 43. The record is held by Barcelona with 43. So in order to equal that record, we have to beat Barcelona. Simple as that. But that isn't the main, you know, importance in terms of beating Barcelona. It's obviously closing down that gap and, you know, putting the pressure on Barcelona, hopefully, because they've had a very good start to the season. But Celta Vigo, we'll quickly go through Celta Vigo because they are currently 9th, doing better than expected. They've played Girona and Atletico Madrid in their last 2 home games. They drew Girona, they lost to Atletico Madrid, they beat Real Valladolid at home, they beat Valencia at home, they beat Alaves at home. So in terms of at home, you know, 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss in the last 5. That's very good record. But I certainly think that, you know, it's a winnable game. You know, Celta Vigo, who do they have that I would be scared of? Obviously, Aspas, you know, he's been there forever. They've got Jonathan Bamba, who is a very, very good player, will be a threat on the left-hand side. They've got Borja Iglesias. They've got Mingueza and Marcos Alonso, 2 former Barcelona players. They've got Alex Moriba as well, ex-Barcelona, I think ex-Leipzig, if I'm not wrong. They've got Fran Beltran, they've got Franco Cherry, Manquillo, ex-Newcastle United. It's a decent squad, but I'm not really looking at it going, that scares me. Again, as I said, they're doing better than they probably would have expected. 9th, they're usually around 12th, 13th, so that they've had a better start than they would usually have had. But I do believe that it's a very, very winnable game, and you have to win it. My starting 11. In goal, both keepers have had issues. Courtois obviously sustained that muscle injury against Atletico Madrid. Lunin caught something. I don't think it is that bad, but I would go Courtois because it seems like he's fit, he's ready. Get him going, get him ready for the next 2 games, which is up against Dortmund and Barcelona. My back 4, it's hard to judge and it's hard to select a proper team actually, because we're coming back off an international break. But I'll go Mendy, he didn't go with France. I'll go Lucas Vazquez, he didn't go with Spain. And I'll go Rudiger and Militao. But Rudiger did go with Germany. Militao sustained a thigh injury, a muscle injury, so he might be a dub. But then again, if he's in doubt, you might go with Tchouaméni at centre back, who I will put at DM. But if Militao's not fit, you put Tchouaméni at centre back. I think you bring Camavinga in. And yep. But if Militao's fit, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Valverde, your midfield trio. The front line, Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, and Rodrigo. Obviously, Vinicius Jr., I think his injury was light. I don't think it was that bad. I think not going with Brazil was just a precaution. Rodrigo went with Brazil. Seems like he's been doing alright. And Mbappe has been staying, has been working hard alone. He's been having his own mini preseason. So I do think that he will definitely be looking to start his proper season. But score prediction wise, I'm going to go Celta Vigo 1, Real Madrid 2. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the button if you did, subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.